In today's video, I'm going to talk about how to speak English fluently and how to become fluent in English in 4 weeks. I will give you some tips, and if you practice these tips every day, I promise you will speak English perfectly. The most important part of learning a language is speaking practice. But there is always a question: where to find a partner to practice English with? There are a few options. Option 1: move to live in an English-speaking country. You'll be surrounded by native English speakers all the time, giving you a lot of opportunities to practice. However, it can be challenging, and native speakers might not always have the time or patience to help you practice. Option 2: practice with AI. I'm so excited about how many AI tools we have today. It can be a helpful way to improve your skills and start speaking English fluently. AI can provide instant feedback, helping you improve your grammar and vocabulary. It's not bad for initial practice, but it's not the same as talking to a real person. AI can understand words, but they can't understand feelings. When we talk to people, there is a spark, a connection that makes conversations rich and meaningful. AI might know a lot, but they can't truly understand us like humans do. So, while chatting with AI is handy, it's no replacement for a real conversation with a person. Option 3: join speaking clubs. No doubt, it's the best way to practice spoken English. Speaking clubs are groups where people gather to practice speaking in English. These clubs provide a friendly environment where you can practice speaking with others who are also learning the language. You can participate in conversations and improve your speaking skills. However, there are some disadvantages. It's difficult to find meetings at a convenient time for you. Not every group has a similar level to yours. In group speaking clubs, you listen more than you actually speak, and usually it's not cheap. The price for one meeting is similar to the cost of a lesson with a tutor. All these problems are solved in the online speaking club service, which is the sponsor of today's video. The online speaking club is the largest speaking club in the world. It's created for everyone who needs to practice spoken English. In other words, for anyone learning English. The online speaking club offers one-on-one conversations with other participants from all over the world. Meetings available for up to 6 hours every day. You can connect at any time convenient for you. Interesting topics and questions for each meeting. Separate meetings for participants with different level of English. The price of a monthly subscription is about the same as the cost of just one lesson with a tutor, but you can join as many times as you like during the month. In my opinion, the online speaking club is the most convenient and effective service for practicing spoken English. You can try the service by subscribing to the trial plan and use it for 7 days absolutely for free. Plus, as a special offer for all my subscribers, enjoy a fixed 20% discount on the premium monthly plan using the link below this video. And if you're alone and you want to practice your speaking by yourself, there are also a few ways to do that. Now I'm going to share with you a few cool tips to practice your speaking skills on your own. The first tip is create a mind map. Create a mind map with key points or phrases related to the topic. When you have your ideas organized, you feel confident. For example, you're going to have a conversation tomorrow in English, and you know we'll probably talk about our studies, or we'll probably talk about future plans. Go prepare right now. Get a pen, get a piece of paper, and create your mind map. Write down words and phrases related to the topic. If we talk about studies, draw a circle. Now, what aspects of my studies do I want to speak about? I'd like to talk about exams. I'd like to talk about textbooks. I'd like to discuss our teachers. Start planning what you're going to say. You'll be able to speak more fluently when you're prepared. You'll be relaxed when you speak English. You won't feel nervous. Use mind maps for conversation and let me know if this was helpful. The next tip is use the chunking technique. I've never told you guys about the chunking technique. Chunking is a technique where you group information together into smaller parts, making it easier for your brain to remember. Break down sentences into smaller chunks or phrases and focus on repeating them again and again. This helps you reduce hesitations while speaking. Like I told you before, guys, I'm learning Spanish now. And when I have a hard time saying certain words, I use the chunking technique. How to do it? Just break the sentence down, get chunks and repeat them. Slowly at first, a little bit faster, and then very fast. How to do it? Just break the sentence down, get chunks and repeat them. Slowly at first, a little bit faster, and then very fast. After that, move on to the second chunk. Say it slowly, then a little bit faster, and then very fast. Now we connect them. This is called the chunking technique. Once again, we take a long sentence and break it down into chunks. Repeat the chunk over and over again until you can say it smoothly. The next tip is practice storytelling using pictures. This is what all the teachers in the world do at their lessons. They take a picture and then they ask students to describe it. They ask students to tell a story based on the picture. This helps you become more creative and become more fluent in English. When you practice looking at a picture and trying to understand what that picture is about, it will definitely improve your fluency in English. This technique is great for language learners because it helps you associate words with visual images, making it easier to remember vocabulary and sentence structures. Plus, it's fun and creative. You can use your imagination to come up with all kinds of stories based on the pictures you have. This is going to change your English speaking skills, I promise. And the last but not the least tip for today is use the self-repetition technique. Repeat the same thing over and over again using different words. Repeat something you've just said, but use different words. First of all, you repeat words, phrases, or sentences to help remember them better. It's like when you hear a song many times and start singing along without even thinking about it. In language learning, it means saying the same things repeatedly to improve your speaking skills. Also, when you rephrase what you've just said, you repeat words or sentences and use synonyms. For example, I'm hungry. My stomach is empty. I want something to eat. It's important to be able to say the same thing in a different way. It's important to be able to change the words and say the same idea. This is what I do in my lessons all the time. It helps your brain get used to the language patterns, making it easier to remember and use them in conversations. So, if you want to get better at speaking, use the self-repetition technique. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please don't forget to hit a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. Join my Instagram account where I share a lot of useful content for learning English. Please write a comment below this video and let me know what methods you have already used to improve your speaking. Thank you so much for joining me today. See you next time.